Hi there, it's John Bice in absolutely beautiful Sarasota, Florida. Welcome to my channel, living in Sarasota, Florida, moving to Sarasota, Florida. Hey, we market to baby boomers and people relocating to this area. Some call it the Sun Coast, some call it the Gulf Coast. And we put out videos 2 to 3 times a week about living here, playing here, chilling here, going to the beach here, everything that you want to know about the Sarasota area. So if you're looking for that kind of information, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and when we put out a new video, you'll get notified about it and get the information. So today I'm going to talk because I've been asked so much lately about the prices here in Sarasota. Are they out of control? Are they under control? And how did we get to where we are right now? So if I backtrack a little bit, if you recall, 2008, 9, and 10 in the real estate market, what happened? We had an absolute unbelievable price rise in 2005, 6, and the beginning of 2007. Prices went crazy. People were going nuts buying things. And all of a sudden, about mid 2007, the brakes went on. I was doing appraisals at that time. 2008, here we go over the edge. So 2008, 9, and 10, I mean, it was crazy. So if you fast forward to say 2018 and 19, we were just recovering really from the craziness of the prices going way up here and then going over the cliff. I can tell you in 2010, as an appraiser, if I was going to do an appraisal on a home, I got my information. I saw that they had purchased a home in 2005 or 6. Before I ever did any research on it, I could see what they paid for it. I could subtract 51% off of what they paid for it. It was insane. We sold one in Lakewood Ranch back in those times. Now, this home today would probably be well over $1 million, but they had paid $845,000 for it. We did a short sale on that property for $375,000. Crazy. So anyway, we come around to 2019. Things are good. The prices are slowly creeping up. 4.1% appreciation is normal in this area for homes. It was never intended to go up by 28% month after month or in 6 months or in a year. So we were recovering. Our prices were coming back around. Then here we roll into 2020. What happens? Boom, this whole COVID issue happens. So we roll through 2020. Prices didn't really, escalate too quickly. The end of 2020, all of a sudden, everybody decides they're moving to Florida. They're getting out of their states and they're coming to Florida. Well, at that point, our inventory levels were pretty normal. Now, a normal market in this area, we have 6 months worth of inventory. When that craziness started and people were coming here, it was our first wave of seeing prices go up. Multiple, not a couple, but multiple offers on properties. Our inventory levels went from a normal, healthy 6 months of inventory down to less than 30 days worth of inventory. So then what happened there? All of a sudden, resale inventory wasn't available. They roll over to builders. At that time, the builders are building at normal rates. Nothing crazy, not like they're selling 30 houses a month. They were just building their homes at normal rates and going along. Well, all of a sudden we're into 2021, the end of 2021 or mid 2021, let's say, rolling into 2022, and you couldn't get new construction. The builders weren't ready. They could not keep up. So what were the builders doing? They were taking names. You come in, you look at their models, you look at what lots, would be available in the future, put your name on a waiting list and hope that they would call you so you could come and buy one of their homes. It was insane. I was actually telling people back in those days that were coming here, and this is what I do for a living. Don't come. Don't come here unless you want to overpay for a home or you just want to put your name on a waiting list at a community. Some of these communities, especially the 55 plus communities, they had a 6-month waiting list of names that they would slowly work their way through. Now, was the supply chain a part of that? Well, remember, they were building and getting supplies at their normal rate. And all of a sudden, boom, no resale inventory. Everybody's trying to buy new construction. Yeah, they crushed it. So that's, I think, more of the supply chain issue. There wasn't enough labor at the time. They had not anticipated this craziness that was going to go on. So that's what got us to where we are right now. So, as I said, up until the end of March of 2022, it was crazy. I'm talking, there's a home right around the corner from me. It was on the market 2 days, had 16 offers, sold over the list price. People were telling me, John, if I put in an offer on this home, if it doesn't appraise, I'll pay $50,000 over the appraised value for the home. No, no, don't do that. I want to see people, my clients, make well-informed, wise decisions. Now, of course, if you tell me to put in an offer, I'm going to put in an offer, but it was my advice not to do that because we eventually had to slow down. We had to hit a peak. We had to level off. So April of 2022, really through the end of 2022, the market just kind of went whoop. Now, big factor in that, we had been in the 2% tile for interest rates, 2.5, 2.75. Then they slid up to 3%. Then what happens? We roll over into 2023 and all of a sudden we see 4%, 5%, 6%, 7, 8% interest rates. And people are like, whoa, I can't do this. And it did price a lot of people out of the real estate market, especially people, maybe first-time home buyers, maybe people were seriously on a budget. It just knocked them out of the market. So interest rates did come down. They're back up a little bit right now. I think we're hovering around 7%, but that's what happened in 2023. So did our prices come down? Yeah, slightly. Now you got to remember, we went from a low where we were in 17, 18, and 19. Then 2020, they go up a little bit. 2021, we had about a 28% increase in our prices. So were we going to come down from that? Yeah, I think we're probably down about 12 to 15% in resale prices compared to where we were in the crazy time. Now, a lot of that is depending on where your home is and new construction prices as well. Let's take, for example, the Welland Park area, which is South Sarasota. 5 years ago, it didn't exist. Now, new construction everywhere. Builders have bought up plots of land, planning new communities. The resale homes that were in that area, people getting ready to sell, what's happened to them? Well, they're competing against new construction at pretty close to the same price. So if I can go buy a brand new 2,000 square foot home with a new roof, new air conditioner, new appliances, and pick out all the colors, I pick out the lot that I want, pick out all of those things, and it's pretty close to the same price as a resale. Which one am I going to go for? Now, the resale may have a larger lot. It may not be in a community with a CDD fee. If you don't know what that is, future video for you. Um, but yeah, so the resale market had to adjust on their prices to compete with new construction. And so many people in this area, I know I've met with a lot of them. They were thinking, okay, in March of 2022, my home was worth 700,000. So, John, why are you here in 2024 March and telling me it's worth 600,000? Why is that? Well, homes are selling around you to support those values. So, we like to do comparisons of homes as close to your home as we can possibly get. Single story to single story, pool home to pool home, lake view to lake view, plus or minus 10% on the square footage. And that's how we come to those values. But that's what's going on in the price craziness of our area. So, yeah, a lot of people have been priced out of this market. Also, obviously, you've heard about insurance prices, you've heard about our taxes. So, what's going on there? Well, tax wise, I can tell you, I'm taking a listing in the Venice market. Those people have been in their home since 1998. Their property taxes, and this is a very moderately priced home, $385,000. But they've been in that home since 1998. Their property taxes are right around $1,500 per year. But that's on the assessed value homesteaded from back in 1998. When you're homesteaded here, prices can't go up more than 3% per year. Okay. Taxes can't go up more than 3% per year. So now when a new homeowner comes in, that property is going to be reassessed the following January. And then the taxes are going to be off of that assessment. Now, there's a lot of factors that go in there. A real easy way to figure it out, if you take your purchase price, multiply it by about 80%, and then that is going to be what they consider the market value. And then if you're homesteaded, they'll subtract $50,000 off of it. That's going to be your assessed value. And then that's what you're going to be taxed on. That's a very broad overview of how it's done, but that gives you an idea of how they're doing it. I sit in on Sarasota property appraiser. He speaks a lot at the Board of Realtors. I think he said there's 330,000 properties that they have to assess. Obviously, they're not going out to every single one of those. So that includes condo buildings. That includes villas and single family homes. Everything we have, townhomes. So yeah, they don't go out to every single one. But when you're purchasing, you are going to be reassessed that next year. So that's where our taxes are, because a lot of people are saying, well, the taxes before were $1,500. Well, yeah, they paid $135,000 for the house back in 1998. It's worth $385,000. It's got a new roof. It's a pool home. It's been, remodeled, and it's worth $385 now. And you're purchasing, and that's what you're going to be taxed on. So you got to level the playing field. I'm sure they weren't happy about the taxes in 1998 when they bought it for $135,000, but that's the way it is. Now, our insurance, our insurance rates are up. We had a rare occurrence, hopefully very rare occurrence. We had 2 years where storms came very, very close to our area. Didn't go directly over us here in Sarasota, but very close. Down to the south of us, there was some damage, especially for homes that were built in, let's say, 1960, 70, 80, and were ground level homes. And we have a storm, a category 5, which I believe in my lifetime, that's the only category 5 that's come that close to this area of Sarasota. And it was a very slow moving storm. It didn't go over in a couple hours. It just hovered and moved very slowly. So those older homes, yeah, lots of damage to them. You get areas like Lakewood Ranch where we are, they didn't even lose power. And this is during Hurricane Ian 2 years ago. Never even lost power. My house, now the power company did a shutdown of the power in the area. So we were without power for 3 days, which was kind of crazy, but we were very well prepared. Grill, cooking stuff out, ice chest, everything going on. We were fine. And praise God, the weather, I don't ever remember doing it before, but literally cooled things off to where we were, I think, in the 70s. And it was actually pretty amazing. So that's what's happened with our insurance prices. They could not keep up. The smaller companies that were brought in by a former governor of the state of Florida to compete with the larger companies, they couldn't keep up because they were undercutting everything. And then all of a sudden we have some storms that roll in. So what do? They pack up, boop, and it leaves the bigger companies here once again who were charging what they should have been charging, and prices have gone up. I don't know if you think about it, but it costs a lot more to build a home now than it did back in 1960 or 1970 or 1980. It's like insurance on your car. In 1980, you didn't have backup cameras. You didn't have all the electronics. You didn't have a light on your mirror that tells you there's a car next to you. You didn't have radar on the front of your car to help you put the brakes on. Your insurance is more. And that's the way it is with housing. It costs more to build these houses now. So we are here. Our prices aren't going to go down. If you're trying to time the market, I did a video a couple of days ago. When people tell me that they're going to time the market, how many millions of people are sitting on the sidelines saying the exact same thing? Yeah, we're going to wait for interest rates to come down to about 5 and then we're going to jump in. How many millions of people are going to do that? A lot. So we work with you. We are very detailed in finding home values. If you're going to make an offer on a home, I'm going to pull as many comparable properties as I possibly can to give you a targeted price range and not let you overpay for that home. Okay. If it's priced at 800,000 and the comparables are showing 735,000, I'm going to show you that so you make a wise decision. You baby boomers who are coming down paying cash, you've sold that home up in Connecticut or Massachusetts and you sold it for 1.1 million, and you come down here and find something that you absolutely love and it's only 800,000 and you're willing to pay cash for it, but you didn't get an appraisal to know the value of the property, and your agent, you're their only client and they're just more than happy to write that contract for you for $800,000. Don't do that. Do not do that. Make sure it's contingent upon an appraisal. Okay. If you're going to pay cash, contingent upon an appraisal. And then if that value comes in at 735,000, you can either say, hey, we're going to renegotiate this, or the seller can say, no, we're not. And whoop, you're out. Get your escrow money back and you're done. But yeah, there's a lot of things there, a lot of things to unpack. So it scares me when I hear people saying, oh, my sister's got a friend that lives here who's got a cousin who just got their real estate license. So we're going to list our home to sell with them, or they're going to help us buy. How long have they been an agent? How knowledgeable are they? Oh, well, I think they just got their license. This is probably one of your most expensive purchases in your lifetime and one of your biggest assets if you're selling. So does it make sense to use somebody that really knows the real estate market to help you? Absolutely. Yes. New construction people, you're coming down here. We do the same thing. We'll look at values. Is that a competitive price for that home in that particular community? Is it negotiable with a builder? Absolutely, it is. Are there incentives with this particular builder? Are they offering incentives? They're not just going to come out and go, hey, we're offering. You got to ask, what direction lot do you want? Does that make a difference to you? Makes a difference to me. Some people are absolutely adamant about being able to see the sunset out of the back of their house. Some people are absolutely adamant about not seeing the sunset out of the back of their house because they're worried about the blazing sun. Some people want sun all day on their house. Is that north-south facing home? Or is that east-west? Which way does it? All of those things. So we're here to help you. We're here to help you figure out prices. We're here to give you a lot of advice about the real estate market in Manatee and Sarasota County. So we go all the way from Parrish, which is North River Ranch, Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota. We go out to our beaches, Siesta Key, Lido Key, Longboat Key, Venice, Nokomis, and down to the Welland Park area. We cover that whole entire area. It's not a big deal. It's a large area, but we know what we're doing with pricing. So we can help you. We can help you find your home. Okay. So reach out to me. You can make a comment, ask me to call you, email you, whatever it is. And again, subscribe to the channel. I put out information like this to help you all the time. And we do it like 2 to 3 days a week. I'm putting out these videos. So hope you're still with me. Hit the notification bell, by the way. It's Easter weekend. I hope you have a very blessed Easter weekend. Hope you get to spend time with your family. If I can answer any questions for you, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. God bless, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.